I've been smooth all night. You got to get it together.
Smooth like
Smooth
coral.
Like... Smooth like coral.
I was trying to think of the word barnacle, but I struggled.
Smooth like coral, baby. Dude, everybody's telling me I need to invest, but I just want to travel.
I get it. But think about it this way. For every $1 you invest at the age of 25, it's worth $22 when you go to retire at 65. If you decide to travel and wait 10 years to start that, every $1 you invest is barely worth $10.
Dude, that's crazy. That's a huge swing. There's no way that's real.
Right.
How is that even possible?
Well, let's check that out in today's video.
And the Oscar goes to...
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.
Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm your bro Ryan.
And I'm your bro Taylor.
And today we're talking about the same force that can help you become a millionaire can also keep you completely broken in debt forever. If you can't tell already, we're talking about compound interest.
So what is this compound interest?
Easiest way to explain it is compound interest and simple interest. So let's just look at an example. If I have, let's say, $1,000 and I'm earning 8% return for 30 years. With simple interest, I would have $3,400. With compound interest, I would have $10,063 after 30 years.
Okay, so like simple interest is like the same year over year versus compound builds on itself.
Exactly. That's the key.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why starting early is so important. And just to make sure I understand it correctly, let me run through another quick example. So let's say Allie starts investing $200 a month at 25. And if we do the math, wow, she has over $644,000 at 65. On the other hand, let's say Bill invests double that, $400 a month at 35. Doing the math there, wow, not even $564,000.
Yeah, Allie started earlier, but also the key is Allie invested in the end of her own money $96,000. She let compound interest do the rest to get her there. Bill invested $144,000. So Bill invested way more than Allie, and he ended up with less.
Man.
That's the trick.
Yeah, I'd hate to be Bill.
And another cool concept with compound interest is what's called the rule of 72. So basically the way it works is you take 72, you divide it by your interest, and that equals the number of years it takes for your money to double. So let's say you had an 8% return. That means it would take you 9 years, or every 9 years, your money would double. So if you had $10,000 and you were earning 8% over 36 years, your money would double 4 times. So you would end up with $160,000. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy when you frame it that way.
Right. Pretty cool rule of thumb to figure out how much money you're going to have in the future.
All right, I'll give it to you. That's impressive. But I got this awesome vacation plan, and I can put it all on my travel credit card and rack in so many points. I'm kind of still leaning that way.
So that's where it becomes a double-edged sword. Let's look at the credit card. So one key thing to understand about credit cards is it compounds daily. You pay interest on interest every single day. So let's say, for example, your vacation only cost $1,000.
Nice.
That's actually a very cheap vacation. And let's also give you the benefit of the doubt and say your credit card only has 20% interest.
Nice.
So since this compounds every day, that's not just $200 of interest you're paying at the end of the year. It's $221 of interest. And that might not sound like a big deal. However, let's say your vacation's more realistic and it's closer to, say, $10,000.
Ballin'.
And let's also say your credit card's more realistic and it's at 25%. Even if you're paying $150 a month towards that balance, Your interest at the end of the year is $786. So that vacation almost cost you an extra $1,000 because of compound interest. How does that make you feel about putting it all on that new credit card?
You're really bumming me out. I was so looking forward to this vacation. All right, I guess the numbers don't lie. I'll start investing.
Awesome. Glad we got to that conclusion.
Yeah, I guess unfortunately I did learn something in this video. If you guys did, please leave a comment down below. We love hearing from you. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for next week.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.